I'm gonna put you on speaker and you're gonna repeat that. What did you do?
I got 2 boats and a truck stuck in water.
How? How do you get a boat stuck in the water?
Listen, I'm very, very talented.
You got a boat stuck in the water?
Yeah, 2 of them.
Did you get the boat stuck in the water because you were trying to get the trucks out of the water?
No, I got the truck stuck in the water because, well, actually one of the boats is like teetering on the water. The other boat isn't actually in water, but it's just not doing fuck all. So it's just, it's a talent, you know? It's one of my many vast talents.
I would like to drink more Snapple. I wish Snapple would sponsor me. That would be perfect. Only for them to send me free drinks. Because sugar-free peach Snapple. Whew, so good. Peach iced tea Snapple.
But no, so that serial killer is what she was talking about, and it's funny because she's been mistaken for that serial killer at least one time.
Oh, I'm so sorry for accusing you to be a serial killer. Unless you are a serial killer, in which case I'm not sorry.
I am literally go look at my Twinsta. It says in the Twinsta that I'm not.
She don't know you. You never met Oakley yet.
Okay, well, my name's Fiadh.
There. Okay, look, you're here now. So.
My name's Oakley or Tyler, depending on what's happening.
She's really. This is a topic that really rouses her.
Okay.
Wait. There's 2.
Yeah. This is Tyler's sister.
Why do you have the same tattoos too?
We're twins.
Okay, but
we're the same freckles.
We're identical.
Right, but tattoos are a choice.
Yeah.
They chose to do it.
Wow. All right.
Hi, I'm Oakley.
Hi, I'm Tyler.
Yeah, I'm never gonna get you 2 straight, but
That's okay.
good to know.
Yeah,
to be fair, we just told you the wrong name.
Yeah.
Tokley or
she's Tyler. I'm Oakley.
Tail Oak.
Okay, bet. I'll see that.
Tokley. Yeah, Tokley. Yeah. Wonder if that's one of Eli's. Whoa! Ow! You had to run me over?
Gonna be sad when you drop the gray flannel for the denim white cut.
Oh, you think that's happening?
Is it not?
Nobody has asked me. All Sydney said was, how do you feel about denim and muscle cars or something like that?
That is their go-to.
And I said, there's nothing wrong with it, but, you know.
Anyway, so denim and muscle cars.
Yeah, she said something about denim and muscle cars, and I said, there's nothing wrong with it. Oh, because she asked what my plans were, and I said, I don't really have plans. I said, Mac was trying to get some things started back up again.
You said that's her?
Huh? Yeah, I said that to her.
Told her about my plans?
No, I said you're trying to get things started up again. I said that you're talking about being around more. I like having people around to do stuff with, right? But I don't think that I'm their kind of person. Given the fact that a lot of them just like openly talk about wanting to go kill people, I am not that type of person. I do not want to kill people. So if that's their expectations, they're not going to be interested in me anyways.
It's true. Like if you're with them and like they get into a job and someone shoots, expect everybody to shoot.
I'm not saying that I wouldn't shoot in a situation where I'm getting shot at, but I'm not like, yes, let's go kill somebody. You know? Yeah. Something makes me angry, I don't have the desire to go out and kidnap them and torture them or something like that.
Right. What if I told you that the plans you alluded to earlier about me trying to get things back going, I'm starting to put them more concrete and want to bring you in, like official?
Now what's official look like? That's what I'm. What am I bound to? You know.
Nothing. It's basically the outfit that I've always run was honestly for a period of time, and I'm pretty sure we're still gonna do this. It's not even an exclusivity that you can't be in another group if you really so desire. We tried this before earlier on, before some of the guys had a dip, and we had a Reaper and an OMC member in the group. Like they were a part of the group with the knowledge that, you know, club first. I'd never ask them to do anything to contradict what they have to do for the club, but they were officially a part of the group, because what we've always done is network, make connections, and generally, well, we started off as just grinders that sold shit to people, but through networking connections and information brokering, stuff like this is how we end up growing. So it's literally nothing different than what me and you have been doing the entire time. The only difference is, like, I guess,
No, it's a crew and not a gang.
functionally the only difference is I would add you to a group that I just remade, and
All right.
that's basically it in terms of that. Right now it's just me and Langford and Ember in that chat, because I'm trying to slowly get people back in when I know it's someone that's going to fit the way we operate and things we do. I don't need to give you a giant list of tenets and rules to follow, because you've hung around me enough, you know my mentality when it comes to this stuff, and that's the way the group works.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I like the sound of that better than, you know, everything just feels so complicated.
Yeah. And there's no blood in, no blood out, just none of that bullshit. I only bring people I trust enough that if you want to step away, you just tell us, and it's done. There's no pressure. If I didn't trust you, you wouldn't be in the group.
Slow down, please. Alright, don't run someone over.
See,
We'll be ready
why
down
did they
before
tell
Oh.
you to slow it down? And
Who is that?
You slow down too.
Hey, babe.
Winona.
What did she say? Go back to her. Go back. No. Go. He just said dip and started driving away. What on earth? They're pretending like they're going to something. They're not. Okay. All right.
Oh, they're rolling up on us at all the
It's-
street. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Here,
Oh my
I
God,
got
help.
I
Oh
got
my
something
God.
for
Oh
you.
my god. Oh
We're
my
being
god.
stuck up, guys. Help.
We're being.
Oh my god.
She's getting out.
Being carried.
Okay. Do you see what it says there at the front, underneath the name?
Oh, you're showing her that?
I
Yes.
like dogs and I'm not a serial killer.
Okay, but above that.
Fiadh. Okay. I'm gonna forget how to say it. Blame me being a hooked on phonics kid.
But also, I am not a serial killer, right? I can never ever
that's-
dress goth or alternative or wear black lipstick, apparently. But I am not a serial killer, all right?
You telling me you're not a serial killer kind of makes me think you're a serial killer.
No.
Yeah, that's usually what serial killers.
No.
No.
Protest.
Well, hopefully they kill this lady, and then I don't have to worry about getting mistaken for her again.
I mean, it doesn't help when you dress like her at the trial.
I did not.
That's crazy.
I didn't. I happened to put on the same shirt. I didn't know she was wearing that shirt. I walked in there and I left immediately. And I changed into a different shirt.
Okay. Slow down.
Later. You slow down.
Can I kick her? I want to kick her. It's sort of funny.
No, you can't kick her. Look.
Huh?
You did not want to look good.
Because I didn't want to look like Tomb Raider.
A plus today. A plus.
I also didn't want to risk. I figured if I look like him, there's no way I'm gonna look like the freak down below. All right.
All right. Let's get this show on the road if everybody's ready. Okay, so for me, the way I approach this entire situation is I need to determine, based upon our legislation, our Article 8 against cruel and unusual punishment and Stake v. Jack Oswald White. What needs to be determined here is if there are aggravating factors to warrant a death penalty to begin with. And in review of our case law and the facts and circumstances surrounding this case, there are absolutely multiple prongs that are hit. Specifically, the act of luring one of the victims under the guise of a flower delivery so that they could fall victim to fear. That hits the prong of carrying out their felony A by means of lying in wait. In this particular proceeding, they were convicted of multiple felony A's, not just one. I think we had, what, 7 total? With that, they also committed their felony A offense in an especially heinous, atrocious, cruel, manifesting exceptional depravity. This is scene after scene with dismemberment, mutilation, things under people's fingernails. Unfortunate for the people that did survive, they had their Achilles tendon cut, and for me, that makes me squirm. I've seen firsthand what happens to a person that has their Achilles tendon severed, and it is, fortunately, those people did not die at the hands of fear, but they are going to have a long road to recovery ahead of them with injuries such as that. I heard a lot of testimony and a lot of victim statements by the officers working this case, the counselors, the amount of hours, manpower that was put into this. We have medical opinion on record, and we have the opinions of not one, not two, but multiple members of our veterinary association, and they're speaking outcries for the animals who cannot speak for themselves. What really irks me is that there is not one person here other than the officers and counselors working this case who spoke on behalf of the 7 deceased people. And these are not just your average run-of-the-mill citizens. There are multiple individuals here, one who worked for a business in our city and has close relationships with quite a few people, enough so that they were texted by Fear when she got a hold of their phones to further torment them into their demise. We have an EMS who, at the end of the day, we need to cherish any and all medical professionals that we have in our city, because when people befall illnesses or run into people such as this who want to harm them, or even just simply out there having a good time and they forget to eat or drink, those medical professionals are the ones that respond to them, and we are now down 1 because of the acts of the defendant here. I completely agree that the animals in this case, they did not deserve what happened to them. They did not know what happened to them, and for the surviving animal we have, Brutus, he has a long road to recovery ahead of him as well. But on the flip side, these people, they had conscious thought as these actions were being undertaken. They were tortured. The amount of pain that they experienced, the amount of emotional pain that they probably went through knowing that this was going to be the last time that they ever got to take a breath of air, cannot be understated. With that in mind, I heard the pleas of the very select few that wanted to speak on behalf of or against the death penalty and more in favor for a life sentence. However, we do not have a solid rehabilitation program. We do not have the individuals who have taken up the just cause to try and rehabilitate some of these individuals who are shown to be potentially beyond reproach. And at the end of the day, when you cross a line that there is no coming back from, in our jurisdiction, truthfully, the death penalty is the only punishment that we have that can fit the crime. So for me, I do rule in favor of the death penalty for the defendant, Fiadh Phosphorite.
I guess it's my turn. More and more into the case, even when I was actually out of the jury for this, prior to me being entered back into it today, due to Vandor deciding the no-show. I realize more and more as I read more and more of these reports and more things I read about Fiadh doing, from sewing wolves' heads on the humans' bodies and putting a human, putting an animal inside of an animal inside of a human. Fiadh Phosphorite, I realized as I've gone through these, I hate you. I hate the fact that you're even living, actually. You make me sick. You shouldn't be alive. You should not breathe the same air that we breathe. And you are scum. With that being said, I'm also going to vote for the death penalty.
So I'm in agreement with my two panelists that in this case, death is kind of really the only option. Again, if we had a mine, my option would be an enthusiastic send her to the mines. But unfortunately, that's just not an option. Sometime in the future, we will have the mine, and everything will launch into a new golden age of prosperity, where we can put people in the mines instead of, incarcerating them. They can, rehabilitate themselves with hard labor. Or not even necessarily hard labor, just productive labor. So, that brings us to the execution, the date. How are you gonna do it? What are you gonna do? To be blunt with everyone, we didn't even really talk about it. There's not really a way I can put this that doesn't make me sound like a psychopath, so I'm just gonna say it. I want to turn Fiadh Phosphorite into pigment.
Huh?
I'm listening.
We're gonna turn Fiadh Phosphorite into pigment.
What?
Now, whether that is the method of execution or whether that's something that happens afterwards, that remains to be seen. And thankfully, considering Fiadh, well, I guess not really thankfully, but yeah, you get the thing. Anyway, because Fiadh has basically killed all of her next of kin, that means there's actually no one to claim custody over Fiadh's remains, which automatically means that those remains become property of the state, which is really the only reason why I can legally do this. But I'm going to turn Fiadh into pigment. And what's going to happen is we're going to have an art competition. So every artist in the city who knows how to paint or knows how to draw, we're gonna set up a application in the MDW where you all can submit your works of art.
What?
And the Department of Justice, in collaboration with probably other government departments, will come together and we'll pick the winner, and then the winner will have the ability to actually paint it, using Fiadh's pigment, and they're going to paint this picture. And you might be wondering, well, where is this picture going to go? Well, especially those of you who are frequenters to Paleto, there is an empty portrait. There's 6 portraits hanging in the Paleto courthouse. 5 of them are already occupied.
You are not putting that bitch in my town.
That's what she about the idea of becoming pigment. This is the kind of spectacle everyone asks you not to do.
I'll be honest, this sounds like sick serial killer stuff.
You put her in Paleto, I'll burn down the fucking courthouse.
Take her in a room where no one can see, pop it in the back of his skull and throw it in the river, like who cares?
Just keep things very, very, very close.
Alright, we're gonna use the incinerator at the hospital. Work for everyone.
Or the hospital with the undisclosed date. No one gets to know when they die.
Yep. All right. This sentencing hearing is now adjourned. Death by hospital incinerator.
The
Coming
undisclosed date.
soon PM.